What's up, guys? Eric Bray, Focus Fishing Guide Service, Table Rock Fishing Intel. Got another video fishing report for you for Table Rock. It is Wednesday, May 25th. Trip got canceled yesterday. Probably shouldn't have got canceled because of the weather, but it did. Wound up fishing today, and by the time I got off the water, it was raining pretty hard, so decided to wait till I got home and keep the camera equipment dry rather than take a chance of ruining thousands of dollars worth of equipment to shoot a video. But as far as our lake level is concerned, we are at 920 point, I think right around 9.4, which puts us a little bit more than 4 feet high. Core is still running water, but they're down to like 2 generators, and they've got the gates closed, so the water's kind of stabilized. It's actually come up about 2/10 in the last 24 hours. Still releasing some from Beaver. Bull Shoals is just, it's a mess. It's almost 30 feet high, and it's going to continue to rise until they start releasing it, but I think they're going to kind of hold Table Rock right here unless we get a bunch more rain. Then they'll go ahead and open the gates up again and turn the flow on again. But right now we're kind of stabilized right at that about 4 feet high. It should stay that way. Water temperature is all over the map. You know, a couple weeks ago we fished the Anglers in Action and we saw low 80s in the afternoon. Today it never even got out of the 70s down by the dam, or out of the 60s down by the dam. I was seeing 68 to 69 and a half all day long down by the dam. The other day, low to mid 70s. So on average you're in that 72, 73 foot or 73 degree range. But you know, it's definitely cooler than it was a couple of weeks ago. These colder nights, this colder rain has certainly cooled off that water temperature, and it does have the fish feeling pretty frisky. We are catching quite a few fish. Best way to stay on top of it, best way to know what's going on, of course, join Table Rock Fishing Intel, and you will get all of that information. You get daily reports. We've had a ton of daily reports. We've had some interesting videos. We just posted a video of Watson spoonjack, and he goes into some pretty good details about how to spoonjack and actually catches a few fish doing it. So a lot of good information on Table Rock Fishing Intel if you become a pro member. But if you're coming down, going to fish the lower end of the lake where I was today, I tell you the fish were shallow today on the lower end. Of course, it was cloudy and rainy and a little bit windy, but I don't think that I had the boat deeper than 10 or 12 foot all day long, and most of our fish came in less than 5 foot of water. Most of them around those flooded bushes. I think now that the water's stabilized, we're really going to see these fish move into those bushes and stay in those bushes as long as the water they don't drop the bottom out of it. There are some bluegill up spawning in and around those bushes, so that does help, and there was a lot of shad up in the bushes. So most of what we caught them on today was a topwater. Topwater, we were throwing poppers and throwing spooks. Topwater bite is definitely working. You don't just have to see fish busted, you can see fish up there in those bushes and shad just skipping around. You definitely want to throw a topwater up there. Caught a few on a shaky head as well, jewel squirrel head with a Senko on it. Caught some on a tube, and we caught some on the peewee football jig as well. So a lot of different bites going on. Get a cloudy day like we got today, you're definitely going to want to throw topwater quite a bit and fish shallow. Gets sunny, gets calm, you probably want to back up out of those bushes or get up there and flip those bushes, one of the two. But the majority of your bite on the smallmouth is going to be back out away from those bushes with a shaky head or a peewee football jig or a tube or something like that. Going to the mid-lake area, was in the mid-lake on Saturday? Friday or Saturday? Saturday. And no, I guess it's Friday, sorry. Mid-lake on Saturday, topwater bite was great. Still catching fish around docks. Still catching fish up around the edges of the bushes. So definitely have a good topwater bite there. Spook, popper, whatever you like to throw. Surge shad, whopper, plopper. The guys catch them on the plopper. I don't throw the plopper much except for in the fall, but I'm sure you can catch it on that as well. Catching fish, dragon baits as well. Squirrel head, peewee football jig, tube, Ned rig. I'm sure you can catch them on all those baits. So definitely going to see those fish up there shallower. And we're starting to catch some on a fluke and a weightless Senko on the edges of those bushes as well. If it's a sunny day, that's going to be an early morning bite, but if you've got cloud cover, those fish will hang around those bushes all day, and they'll move down into the bases of those bushes. So a weightless wacky rig Senko has been working, and a fluke work down into those bushes has been working as well. Go up into the James. Fished up the James on Friday. Had some fun on Friday. Just had one guy in the boat, and we were able to do a few things that we like to do. Caught him on a buzzbait in and around the flooded bushes. Caught him flipping in and around the flooded bushes. I was flipping just a straight tail, 8-inch straight tail worm. Guy I was with was flipping a brush hog, so we caught some doing that. Caught some on a Carolina rig, out there in about 10 to 12 foot of water. Caught some on a football jig, same depth, 10 to 12 foot of water, and caught some on a pro spider jig, 10 to 12 foot of water. So a lot of bites going on up the James. Honestly, if I was going up the James this weekend, I would really focus on those bushes, whether I'm throwing a buzzbait or a topwater over top of them, or I'm flipping. One of the two, I would do one of the two. Concentrate on the bushes this weekend if you're going to fish the James. A lot of fish up the James right now. Go up in the White River. I was in the White River on Sunday and caught them on topwater. You're starting to see a theme here. The topwater bites actually turned on pretty good. Most of the fish we caught on top were either relating to bushes or they were relating to docks. One of the two, some sort of cover. Caught them on a spook, caught them on a popper, caught them on a, one guy was throwing a whopper plopper, caught a couple on whopper plopper. So any of those topwater baits around those bushes, around those docks, catching fish doing that. Caught them on a fluke and caught them on a weightless Senko. Around the bushes as well, basically right up against the bushes with the Senko on the deep side. Fluke, it was more throw it in between the bushes and work it back out, but we caught some doing that. And then we caught them on some dragon baits too. Caught them on jewel squirrel head, caught them on a peewee football jig, caught them on a Ned rig, caught them on a bunch of different baits over the weekend up the White River. So fish are biting, a lot of fish biting. You know, not a lot of keepers the last few days. I will say that, you know, I'm averaging maybe 6 to 10 keepers a day and averaging 20 to 40 fish a day in like a 4 to 6 hour trip. So we're getting some good numbers, but it seems like those small bucks are really active right now and not catching quite as many keepers as we were, say, 2 to 3 weeks ago. But still, good bite going on all over the lake, doing a lot of different things. Best way to stay on top of that, best way to know what's working before you go to the water. Join Table Rock Fishing Intel, become a pro member, get those daily and weekly reports, get the videos that we're posting, get all that information that will help you catch more fish. Every time you go to the lake, just check out TableRockFishingIntel.com. If you're coming down and want to hire a guide though, get a hold of me. It's Focus Fishing Guide Service. You can reach me at 417-860-4743 or hit my website, focusfishing.com, and either shoot me an email or book online. Either I get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you got a minute, check out Table Rock Fishing Intel. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to hear from you. We'll see you on the water.